Hello and welcome to Trains and Viatic. And you might be wondering what am I up to today. That's if you haven't read the description. The description normally have everything I'm planning to do in it. Well, I've bought several of these models. A, because I'll be using a few in the layout. But B, because I can no longer get the glue which I used to be able to get. So I decided fairest way to do is see what people suggest as the best glue and buy a bottle of each and build each one. So let's do the title, then I'll set up the plan. So the test is quite simple. We've got 5 models, we've got 5 different glues. So I'll use the same tools, same method and same everything to build for 5 different models. And I'm going to do time lapse on each with 2 different cameras, one pointing downwards, one pointing at the side. And then you can watch the video and see how each glue actually goes. So let's go to my desk and then we can start this experiment. So that was the first build using Expo 500 grams, 50 grams of card glue. It was quite pleasant, you had no stringing, everything seemed to have stuck quite well. I've used a few elastic bands. You'll notice on all of them I have been leaving some details off. But I'll give this a 4 out of 5, as it could just do with being a little bit more stickier. So let's go on to the next one. So, model number 2. I ran out of battery on that camera. This time it's speed bond using a Metcalfe bottle. Glue set quite quickly, but it's quite messy. It's quite a quick set. Definitely don't try to do it from the big bottle, do it from the little bottle. And it's not too bad, so let's go on to the next one. So that was rocket card glue, and I'm very disappointed with it. For me it's too liquidy, and as you can see on the desk I got drops everywhere. This meant I had trouble with actually putting glue on for pot and then sticking it. Deluxe materials. If it's if you think this could be a bad batch, send me an email and you can send me a replacement, as I would like to give it a fair go if you think it's too liquid from what you have seen. I just find it too liquidy, and I'm just going to give it 5 out of 10 for the time being, but I'll be interested to see how it dries. So let's go on to the next one. So that's Yoo-Hoo Solvent Free. Slightly different to the last time I used it. Very nice to use. One thing to be aware of is that it's not the best with heat. You must probably notice I put it in one of these bottles that make using it much easier. Very enjoyable, stick quite well. Could be a little bit more stickier, but definitely one which would be used again without any problems. So let's go on to the last glue. So that's the final one of the 5 models made. That was using the Everbill stick to all-purpose clear adhesive. I'm not sure if you saw it or not, but there was a bit of stringing from it. And you will notice that I used a lot of clamps at times. So, although I've been using it for years, I have now swapped to another glue. So let's go and compare all 5 models together, and then we can see which one everyone thinks is the best. So here we have it, a street of 5 Metcalfe townhouses, all made with different glues. So the glues that I used were Yoo-Hoo all-purpose adhesive, Deluxe Materials Speed Bond, Express 50-gram card glue, Rocket card glue, and Everbill stick to all-purpose glue. So what I'm going to do is ask you to stick in the comment which one you think which one is. No, actually, which one of those houses do you think look best? 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5? I found this quite an interesting experiment because you had several different things you were testing. So you had how well it stick, how quickly it stick, how well things stack, and how well it holds, and also stringing and mess making and anything else needed to be done. So I'm going to put the appropriate glues in front of the appropriate thing now. So express model. Everbuild. Yoo-hoo. I have used the Metcalfe bottles throughout because I like them. That one is a speed bond, and that is a card glue. So, which glue am I going to use? It's going to be this one. That does the nicest job in my opinion. This was my first build, and I found that this has a good amount of techness. It doesn't string, and it doesn't leave a mess. My least favourite got to be the rocket card glue. And the last material, if you think the glue was dodgy, please get in contact with me. Things I don't like is that it leave a mess on there, and it left a mess on the table. You got stringing, and this just isn't ready to go. The other one I don't like, which surprises me, is a Yoo-hoo all-purpose. As you'll notice that the back keep on falling off, and there's a few other places where about it haven't glued that well. I'll be able to hide all these little things when these are put in for layout. But quite an interesting experiment. I did forever build last because I wanted to see how it compared to everything else afterwards. I'm not sure if you can see it, but on my desk you still got bits left from the rocket card. Speed bond did much better than I was expecting, but this is my favourite. This was the first one I built, so you can see that I do have a few things off. But this has been quite a nice project. I've really enjoyed it. Everything here I bought myself, so quite fair. I use speed bond for foreground models, and there's so many other glues you can use. This might be something we revisit again if I try other glues in future. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much. Richard.